Yeah, let's go.
Hey y'all, it's Dr. Know-It-All. I'm about to go to jail. Actually, no, I'm here. We're going to talk about the Model PD police redo of the Tesla Model Y, which just looks killer, but also is incredibly practical. So talk us through, introduce yourself, introduce your company, let us all know about that. Yeah.
Well, my name is Zach Wilson. I'm with Model PD. We are converting Tesla Model Y long ranges into a police package vehicle. So if you're not real familiar with police cars, one of the most popular vehicles on the road right now is the Ford Police Interceptor Utility, which is the police package version of a Ford Explorer. So that's kind of the best way to explain this. You've got a retail Model Y, but then you have a police package Model PD. So there's a lot of things that get changed out, like the wheels and tires, the roof, the seats, the interior, the main screen, the headlights, taillights, a lot of those things. Then in addition to that, we also design and manufacture the regular police equipment that goes in police vehicles, like the cages, the prisoner partitions, the center consoles, all those kind of things. And we basically create a whole turnkey package from start to finish. The car comes straight from Tesla to our facility. We do the complete conversion. We also do the upfitting. We put the customer's radars, computers, camera systems, all those things in the car. So when it shows up, it's ready to put an officer in the front seat. And
awesome. And so, I don't know, the Detroit Police Department might want something different than the Chicago Police Department. So is there kind of like a base package that you customize off of, or is it just custom for every different department?
It's not completely custom.
Yeah,
there are some things that just come, like the integrated headlights, taillights, wheels. A lot of the things that convert it from a retail car to a police car, those are just standard options.
Okay.
When it comes to prisoner cages,
right?
If you're in Indiana, a lot of departments in Indiana don't even have prisoner cages. They put the prisoner in the passenger seat next to the officer.
Okay.
But that's unique to Indiana.
Okay.
So you might not need a prisoner cage. You might need a canine insert because it's a canine officer's vehicle.
Right.
So instead of a prisoner cage, you'd have a canine insert. And then different departments have different radios, and they have different siren systems, and
and I assume like even like headlight over top lights and things like that are different depending on the state. Or?
Yeah, well, they may not have a light bar at all. They may have an interior bar that's in the front windshield. So it's more like
stealth mode, and
it just depends. We can do interior lighting, or we can do light bars on the roof.
Gotcha.
So they're all unique. There are certain things that are standard that they'll all come with, but some departments don't want a bumper on the front.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and walk around. So you said that like obviously these are not standard since they have the flashing red and blue, and so
now that they are standard on a Model PD, the Model PDs will always come with the integrated lighting. It's just you pick whether some departments are all blue, so it'd be blue, and some departments are red-blue. If it was a fire department that wanted one, it would be red.
Oh yeah, so you can do it for more than just police, because you can. That's cool. Okay, and then obviously with the bumper, all of these electronics are powered off the 12-volt, the lithium-ion battery, or are they off the high voltage big boy inside?
Well, all the power is coming from the high voltage battery.
Right.
But it's just being stepped down to 12 volts, so all the aftermarket equipment is all running off the 12 volts.
Okay, cool.
More on that in a minute, but first, I know that being good to my skin is very important for looking and feeling healthy at any age, but I'm no skincare expert. That's why today's sponsor, Geology, is a great skincare partner. They have scientifically created a number of skincare solutions based on your own unique age, skin type, and other factors. You take a simple quiz and Geology's smart algorithms determine what you need for optimal skincare. I'm care routine number 30, and it's great for my skin. Geology is scientifically based, built around proven ingredients trusted by dermatologists, and people love Geology. It's gotten over 10,000 five-star reviews and turned many a skeptic into a believer. And best yet, Geology is simple, efficient, and very effective. You take their quiz, you get their personalized skincare routine mailed directly to you, follow their simple instructions in the morning and at night, and get better, younger-looking skin in no time. And just for you, my viewers, Geology is offering an amazing 70% off their skincare trial set. Be sure to click my link below to get this amazing amazing deal, or feel free to check them out at Target or on Amazon. I love Geology because it's powered by facts, not fads. It's a simple-to-use routine designed just for you and built around just a handful of powerful, proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. So what are you waiting for? Be sure to take the Geology quiz and save 70% off your skincare trial set. And now let's get back to it.
And I noticed that the tires / wheels, they have like these guys, which is unusual. Like, is that something?
Well, all police cars require steel wheels.
Okay.
Because an alloy wheel will deform, break,
if you
shatter.
go over a curb or
if
something
you hit
like that.
If you're hitting a curb
Believe
at 30
me, I
miles
know.
an hour.
Yeah. Okay.
So worst case with a steel wheel, it may bend and you may lose air,
Right.
but the tire's not going to fly off the car.
Yeah. Okay.
So for that aspect, and then also Goodyear makes a special police rated tire that's extremely durable.
Okay. Is it like kind of a run flat sort of situation?
It's not a run flat. It's just that it can take a lot of abuse.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
And so this is actually.
He's a big fan. Yeah, it's all good.
Oh, you're okay.
He's a big fan.
But this is actually an 18-inch steel wheel.
Okay.
With a Goodyear Eagle RSA
Gotcha.
police rated tire.
Gotcha. Okay. And then I guess, well, let's just come around to the back because the back is cool. A little unexpected. So obviously, I guess the seat will fold up if you wanted to, or
no.
Or
This
that
is
just a
all
permanently
just
down? Okay.
because
so that's just storage.
in a lot of police cars they just need more space. I mean, in some cases a police car is like an empty table.
Yeah.
You'll always find something to put on it.
Right. Exactly.
So this bay right here is actually for all of the electronics. So the siren systems, radios, cameras, computers. Go in there. This is just additional storage down in the
And I noticed this is
bottom
steel
there.
instead of the standard
whatever
it is.
Almost all this is aluminum with
It's
some
aluminum,
steel
sorry.
framing.
Yeah.
But with the abuse and things that go back here, we needed to have a more sturdy base, and the carpeting doesn't really work well in a police car. It gets trashed out pretty fast.
Okay. You had been mentioning that before we started recording about a lot of this has to do with cleanup ability.
Yes.
It needs to be very easily cleaned. So yeah, you could. I'll let people use your own imagination as to what that means. But yeah, speaking of easy cleaning, come over here and so yeah. So like explain this one. This is a very unique, obviously, to a police car, and not would be in a standard.
Well, there are a lot of police cars now that have what this is called a single cell system.
Right.
So there's only a single area for a prisoner.
Oh, do you want me to get in here? Okay, I guess we're going to try it out.
Well,
Get your head down. Put your head down.
So then once we would get you in here,
Right.
this buckles, so I don't have to reach over you.
Oh, yeah.
And then-
in case I'm being annoying.
And then I can cinch this down in your waist, and then I can cinch this down on your chest, and then now you can't go anywhere.
Right.
Now normally your arms would be behind you.
Right.
Okay. But there's no retractor, so once your arms are behind you, you can't really get out.
Yeah.
And because you're contained in here, you can't kick out windows. You can't.
Yeah, I was going to
turn
say
and
it would be pretty much impossible to get out of this situation because you just wouldn't be able to. I guess you could throw your elbows around. Well, no, but your hands are behind your back, so yeah. You're not,
So it's really just to keep people from being able to twist and turn and kick. And
how interesting. And then, a little bit of lights and stuff like that. So, yeah, okay.
then
I'll get out of here. I don't really want to stay in here very long.
we just throw that over the side.
It's making me nervous, man. It's making me nervous.
Now, normally we would have window and door armor on this door, but
Okay.
we just haven't got it on this vehicle yet.
Right. I was thinking about that. I was like, this seems like the soft spot now all of a sudden, but
Yeah. Well, it's really more about protecting the window so that they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll get people that'll just bash their head against it, those kind of things.
Okay.
But we can do different configurations. This is just our, one of our more unique configurations with all the extra storage on the other side.
Right.
But we could do a full cage where it would just the whole back seat would be for prisoners, or if you wanted the other side there could be for a canine insert.
Yeah.
So a dog could go on that side, prisoner on this side. You could have a canine insert that takes up the whole back seat. There's a lot of different configurations we could do.
Gotcha. Cool. And as far as the front seat is concerned, obviously lots of computer equipment, looks like radar equipment.
Yep.
So-
And then we actually run the police Windows compute, because police departments use just Windows-based computers, and that runs through the main screen.
Okay.
So they don't have to have another screen.
Oh,
up front.
right, of course, yeah.
So it'll run. You'll have your Tesla screen. We hit a button, and it'll switch to your Windows desktop.
Gotcha.
And you can go back and forth.
Wow, that must have taken a bit of custom work on that end because it's pretty integrated. So how do you, like, if you were on the Windows screen, like, how would you see things like how fast you're driving and stuff like that, or does it only work when it's in park?
Well, it'll work at any time because officers need to be able to use it at any time, but we put a secondary display up on the dash.
Okay.
So that if you are over on your Windows desktop,
right,
and for the Tesla owners, they obviously know all your information's on the Tesla screen. So if you're on the Windows desktop, the secondary display on the dash is going to show your speed, your turn signals, what gear you're in.
So at least the basics.
What you need to drive safely.
Yeah, exactly. Gotcha.
You just can't change your radio stations or adjust your air conditioning, but it's easy enough to switch back and forth if you need to do those things.
Cool, okay. And then the Windows computer itself, is it just right behind there? Is that what that little
No,
box
it would
is
be in the electronics.
Okay, and then it's just
the electronics bay back here.
Cool, okay.
But
so, yeah, and I noticed you've got some like kind of durable cloth on the front seats, so
yeah, these the flooring is redone, so there's no carpet down there.
Right.
The seats are actually going to get redone to remove this bolstering.
Okay.
Because when you have a gun belt on, and you sit here, it'll push your gun into the side.
It'll be really annoying.
So we're going to change the seats to get rid of all this bolstering.
Gotcha.
And but on the
apparently they're having trouble finding that site.
Oh yeah, I got the internet turned off right now, but we just click a button.
Oh,
there's the
look at
Windows
that.
screen.
That's cool.
And then I can switch and go to my desktop. Get that out of the way. So
that's pretty
there's
cool.
your Windows desktop.
Wow.
And then, but we've got the secondary display up here, so you can see. Well, right now it's just showing my battery because we're not moving. But
But you're in drive, I see.
Yeah, if we were moving, that would switch to your speed. It'll show your turn signal indicators, what gear you're in, all that, so you can still safely
And
drive.
I noticed up here too, you've protected the glass, since that would be a.
Well, this doesn't have glass. This has
you replaced it.
Yeah, it has a carbon fiber roof, and then we have this aluminum poly. Let me turn this down. It's probably messing with the mics. Because we got to have a headliner in order to run all the cabling in between the roof.
Okay, so it's I got you.
And then you also need dome lights because these dome lights don't really work well in a police car. You need a beefier dome light, and then we can also turn on the ones in the back. So if we need to see what's going on back there.
Gotcha. Whether the prisoner's doing something,
But yeah,
cool. And that comes out, obviously a spot for your cell phone, so you can hang that out up there. That's really nice.
You can do everything you need to do right here.
Wow.
The only thing,
of course, gun holster, basic stuff there. So
Yep, you've got a weapon mount, radar. The only thing we don't have in here right now is a radio, a police radio, and a camera system.
Gotcha.
So.
Wow, but this is great. So the big question, not that I care because I wouldn't be spending the money, but governments would care. Like, what kind of ballpark are we talking? Or do you not want to talk about that?
Well, no, we can. The best, and it's mainly just because everybody gets something different.
Right.
Some people might get bumpers, some people might not.
Yeah.
They might want interior lighting versus exterior lighting. But the best estimate I can give is whatever they're paying now for their traditional ICE vehicles, all in, ready to put an officer in the front seat. One of these is going to be somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000 more than what that is now.
Okay, gotcha.
But most people, when they do the math, they're making that up in 18 to 24 months in maintenance and fuel savings, and then everything beyond that's gravy.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, I mean, with police cars in particular, they're always running their engines when they're just sitting still, so they're using gas all the time, also abusing the engine. So this is much better because when it's sitting here, it can just run the heat pump and.
Your idle on this does not degrade the vehicle like it does in an ICE vehicle. Because,
or use a lot of gas too, so use a little electricity, but that's about it. So
the main reason they have to retire police vehicles is because the drivetrain is worn out.
Oh,
so they're retiring police cars on average every 5 years, which is about 120,000 miles.
Yeah,
which doesn't sound like a lot for a new car these days.
Right.
But it's all the idle time.
Yeah.
When you figure in the idle time, they've actually got around 500,000 miles on that engine.
Yeah.
and the maintenance on that engine after that 120,000 miles driven is just more than it's worth.
Okay.
So with this, we should easily get 5 years, but there's the potential to get way more than 5 years out of an individual car because you're not worried about wearing out your drivetrain.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. So I guess people can contact you at modelpd.com?
Yes, modelpd.com, the phone number.
There you go.
Email's on there.
Cool.
Yeah, we're working on taking production orders right now, and the hardest part right now is just we've got a lot of people that want us to get out to see them because everybody wants to touch it, feel it, drive it.
Exactly.
That's a little bit of a challenge right now, but you know, feel free to reach out and we will get you on the list so that when we can get into your area, we'll make sure we come see you.
Super cool. All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it.